Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Stop filled. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Stop filled. Stop filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order submitted. Order submitted. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order submit. Order filled. Order sub. Order filled. Stop filled. Order sub. Order filled.
think we have enough price action in our direction to really think about
Stop filled.
taking this off.
Moving it
for now.
Hey,
All right.
Jerome, I gotta see if we can sell this song. Jerome, who's Samuel? Who's Samuel Erda? You know him, don't you? In the chat, Samuel Erda in the
Samuel?
chat.
No, I don't know Samuel. No,
Big
not
fan
at
of
all.
yours. Big fan of yours. Even since your last performance in Power Play.
Wow, is he?
Big fan.
Thank you, Samuel. No, I don't know this guy. I mean, if I know you, please let me know who you are, but I don't know.
The big fan.
Where are you out of?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, well,
Jerome, you're from Lyon.
Oh, from Lyon. Yeah, sorry. I didn't hear that.
How do you spell
Lyon.
that, Jerome? Lyon?
Lyon, correct. Like a lion, but...
what's is Leon by
Filled.
Town.
Sorry?
is Leon? I gotta show you guys this. I think it's by Leon. Is Mexi Mew? How you say it? MEXIMI.
Miximio, yeah. Miximio. It's like half an hour, an hour.
Oh, look at you.
Look, I'll show you guys this. But like, I was at a monster truck rally.
Oh my
with my
gosh,
boys.
that's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, there's my boys.
I
Yeah,
forgot about that.
Wow.
monster truck. Watch this. I don't even know if I can do this.
You
Next
got a
time,
trade
let's
on.
see.
You got a
Monster
trade
truck
on.
rally. This is what it was. It was
Wow.
bananas.
You can take
We're-
the boy out of the country. You can't take the country out of the boy.
Right there. They had monster trucks. It was like a traveling carnival.
Yeah.
Uh huh. Doing
That's
weird
crazy,
shit. That
those
guy was
monster
holding on to that thing. I know, driving through
Nice.
right
Two
by
wheels,
the
right?
81% long crude oil right now. See some sellers pushing to the downside here. House account short from 21,102. Jerome short.
Andre,
from
your call. Do we
21,000.
buy two for the break?
I think.
I will wait for the closure, personally, so...
Benzema is a great player. Coog.
I would love to break down another 20 points before the closure of the candle. Would market give that to us? I don't know.
Hammer this thing. Robert, coming to you after this trade. We got these likes up,
So
folks.
see, we have nice sellers, but we have buyers as well. So
Yeah.
Stop
there's
filled.
uncertainty on the downside as well. People want to sell, but people want to buy as well. So we might stay an hour within this range. I mean,
I agree with you, Jerome. Since we had that high volume candle, the volume has just decreased since then, and we're bouncing off the equilibrium of that candle, which is at 21,082. Need to see a seller below that, but we can definitely stay in this range. I'm calling the range 21,010 to 21,050 until we see that volume increase again.
With the upper extreme of that range at 10, do we trim the risk?
Order filled.
Hey, crude, 83% long here right now. 77%, 79% in the money. So riding that crude with some profit here.
Jerome, is there room to trim that risk?
For the house account, I would peel half of it
Order
right around
filled.
the entry, if we can.
Jay, you mentioned 10 is the upper extreme of that area of balance.
Order
Is that an
filled.
area we can trim risk to?
Yeah, so
We
I
took
think we
5
just
off.
took off half of the position, right? Yeah, I think that was a good idea.
We took
That
half.
was a good idea.
Yeah,
Half,
at our end.
okay.
At
That
our
was a good
end.
idea.
Stop filled.
So we can leave the stop where it is. Makes sense. Because we're not
We
really
bought
getting
5
that
for the
favorable
break.
price action. Exactly. Now let's let this work.
If the market gives me the opportunity to add one, I'll add a third and probably last contract. But I still need to wait the closure of the candle. That's how I follow my strategy, and I have to.
And that's the 5-minute bar you're looking at. 5-minute chart.
Stop filled.
This is the 5-minute, yeah, but I wait for this candle to close, for the 30-minute candle.
The 30-minute.
This
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yes.
Order submitted.
Now you're speaking my language.
Order filled.
I always try to watch at least higher time frame before getting into the low time frame.
Order filled.
But see, this is Yeah, it's setting up for a nice long.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Stay in here. Hold on. We're right there yet. I see a lot of wicks to the
Yeah,
upside.
it's setting up.
I see a
Not
lot of
there
wicks
yet,
to the
but
upside.
yeah. But see,
We defined the
going
risk.
into the closure,
We defined the risk.
exactly. And it's apparently very well defined because we are still in, and
Still in it.
Mhm.
I'm very satisfied with it.
Hey, we gotta get those likes up, folks. We got that VIP. I see the people behind the scenes. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your neighbors, tell your enemies. Click like, and we get that VIP form out there.
Run across the run outside, knock on your neighbor's door, tell them turn on
Hey,
your
give
damn
me your
Topstep
phone.
TV.
Yeah, give me your
Give
phone.
me your
Pull up
phone.
your
Turn on
phone.
Topstep. What are you doing? Get on Topstep TV. What are you
Give me your
doing?
phone. Give me your iPad. Give me all those tablets in your house. Pull up YouTube.
Mow your
real quick.
damn lawn too while you're at it.
See this bounce on the S&P? That's a very solid bounce on the 30-minute time frame of the 200 EMA right here. Very, very solid bounce. So very bullish structure. Again, if we go back down, there's a lot of buyers here, but less than once we came here, right? So if we go back down, I'm very confident in this trade.
Yeah,
right now,
me
the
too.
7 EMA is at 106-ish. So see, we didn't close above this curve, right? This 7 EMA.
This market doesn't know what to
So
do right now.
7 EMA. Got it.
5,500 people watching right now. My goodness, we're so close to getting that form out.
there's a
Gotta
big
get to
chance we have a
2,000.
strong red candle here, like
Agree.
30 points, 20 to 30 points. It's possible. As it is possible to have it on the other side, right? But
ACH.
That's off your.
we've had too many weeks, and there's a lot of liquidity gathered right now. So there's a lot of stops above and below. So once we break out strongly out of one of the ranges, I'm pretty sure we'll have a strong momentum pop.
That 7 EMA is really just kind of capping off price action right there, isn't it? We just want to see that hold.
Stop filled.
Correct. And when we have a trend day, it holds very well. So
There it is.
if we have a down trend day,
Uh-huh.
it should hold well. But market, especially Nasdaq likes to retest EMAs. So especially the 200 EMA and the 7 EMA. I'm aiming, so you know, I'm a sort of freshman. I approach trading like my academics and school. I studied 9 years at university, and for me, trading, I'm just in my second year, right? So I have a tremendous amount of stuff to learn. And this year, I learned a couple of skills, and
Order
I aim
submitted.
to learn 2
Order
to 4 more
filled.
in 2025.
Stop
So that's
filled.
what I'm using now, but most probably in 6 months, I would trade not whole, but a pretty different way and improved way. And what is very cool is that in October, I've been able to identify what I do very well and what I do very bad as well. And my next goal is to improve and correct what I do wrong and do more of what I can do better.
Wow.
I like
The
that.
emotional intelligence.
Go.
Emotional intelligence.
He's smart, man.
Understanding, being self-aware.
He's super smart,
Socially aware.
Yes.
Relationship management, I'm sure you're great at. All the 5 variables of EQ, emotional intelligence.
Jerome's very too smart for this.
So
Too smart for
stop.
trading.
See, we had a
Okay,
30
guys,
points
we
move.
had to stop. Hold on real quick. We had to stop at 29s. It stops at 29, right?
Okay.
29.75.
Stop filled.
So we had the 30
Yeah,
points
I don't-
move, but it was on the other side.
I think we're all still in this, right?
Yep,
Order-
still in it. I don't
Order
love
filled.
that last candle on a 3-minute. I don't love that close. We got the close
There's your price.
outside of.
They got
To the wick.
us.
Just they got us right there. Dinger.
That's okay.
Whammy.
29.75.
At least we peeled
All right.
5 off down there. All right,
29.75.
flat.
Oh,
How's it count? Flat.
it's not that bad.
Jerome flat. All right, Robert. Thank you for your patience. Come on in with some stats. Everyone's flat. We'll do a P&L update right on the other side of this update. What's up, Robert? Happy Wednesday.
30s trading out. 30s, 35s now.
$5. 30s are trading out.
35.
I'm on. It's on. There we go. It's on. It just started flashing. We good?
Come on in, Robert. Stats one. Let's go.
Order
Yeah.
filled.
It's on. You sitting to hear me. Okay. Yeah. No, it's gonna be
35.
much happier if we get those couple hundred more likes and we get the VIP form out there. So here we go, real quick. Top 5 live P&Ls. Nicholas, $17,000. That is these are live, so it's a single account. 7 days in the XFA. Excuse me, 7 days in the live. Just started it. Averaging $9,000 a day. Currently sitting at $56,900. Hopefully they'll be taking a payout pretty soon. Congratulations, Nicholas. Great job. Falkeron, 8,600. Artem S, 7,400. Johnny D, 7,300. And Pin Sin D at 7,126. What I like about Pin is he's trading CL, GC, and NG. Will they be trading the RBOB next? I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll be right back with some XFA PNLs.
Right. Falkeron, man. We've been seeing that name for quite some time now. Look at...
Okay, so now it's back at the 120s. That was on the way down. We paused around there.
Oh, look at this.
It came up to what, the 39s, 40s.
Yeah.
What do you guys? What's going through your guys' heads now?
Do we stay in this medium time frame range that we've been in? If I'm looking at a 30-minute chart, are we at the lows here and potential bounce? Yeah. Right now, I'm.
Oh, look at
going to
this.
be hands off. Yeah.
Just hammer time.
Just had to stop us out real quick before it.
Yeah, man.
Continued low.
Yeah, I mean that would have been a 40. We're not.
the view
Oh,
after
no. I know. That was just
No,
way
we're
too
not
much.
gonna hold
40
that.
40 handle move. No, you're wrong. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. We were wrong.
Oh yeah.
I'm just going to wait for another clean setup. Another clean setup. We had a trade that was in our favor. I think our profit target, where it was fine. That 180 level just became support. So we'll find another opportunity.
This news is doing this. We don't know. We're trying to roll that VIP form out, folks. Try to get that VIP check-in form out there. We're about 300 likes away. We got 5,400 people watching. Sure, there's 300 more likes out there. We get to 2,000 likes. Form will be dropped. And everyone will be happy.
Does anybody
Need that
see
2K.
this as a long
right?
opportunity here?
Yes, Hogue. Yeah, I do. I can show you what I'm looking at. We have this 3-minute candle here. Again, the highest volume that we saw on the day. A lot of the time, if that highest volume is higher than the opening candle, that candle sets the low for the day. We got to close outside of it, a test of the high, which is at 21,008. And the market's not accepting price in there, right? We see the kind of the bounce off the high of this zone right here. This is a potential long back up to highs of the day.
So where do you like the long, Jay? Is it halfway through that box where it kind of, that center part right there where it's kind of held there?
Yeah. Ideally, yeah. Ideally here. So now it's
What's that level?
21,082.
Tilt longs are growing some wings here.
21,082.
Oh, yeah.
The tilt is 63% long bias. Long bias 63%.
Jerome, how do you feel about a long?
I like the long because the S&P just got back into the opening range and the Nasdaq didn't close into it.
Mm-hmm.
So either we have a strong rejection, either if we don't, we'll have a strong pushback up. So what I like is that we just had a 30 points flush down and instantly buyers stepped in. So this is great. And as long as we don't have a strong seller coming back in, I'm tempted to long at 139 if we don't go back down to Coach Jay's level. If market doesn't allow us a strong pullback, I think getting in at this level could be good.
So 21.
It's the low of the opening range. It's the low of the 15 minutes opening range. We've rejected almost twice on it.
Mhm.
So that means it's a strong selling point. And if we go back into it, there's a big chance we have buyers stepping in.
21,139.
These markets.
We've got VWAP
Markets are confused
on
right
the
now.
3-minute chart here, 21,143. We've also got anchored VWAP from the 730 bar, 21,144. Would the breakout occur above those levels? I know you're probably not looking at those VWAP levels in the same way you're looking at your moving averages.
Sell this thing.
Jay?
Yes, I'm observing what's
There's-
happening. But
Yeah, there's just not much clean here, Hogue. Because if I'm looking to the
Not.
upside, we have the CPI candle, and Andre, I can hear you over there. Over there, the markets are confused right now. We're trying to
confused.
decide what we do at these prices, right?
Mhm.
If we look to the upside, we have the low of the CPI candle, which is at 21,134, and we're seeing rejection there as well, right? So maybe
Mhm.
we are just trying to figure out direction imbalance right now, and it's better to just stay a little bit patient and try to identify extremes. I'm not seeing a great trade to put risk behind, especially after taking that first loss. I think we can find a better opportunity.
Mhm. Good.
Oh, where are they going to go
Thank
with
you.
that? The market's just choppy. Wiki choppy.
Yeah, it is.
All good.
And you can see that on that 5-minute bar. I mean, on that 5-minute
Oh, come on.
NASDAQ, there's lots of wicks. For 20
Look at
minutes,
this.
all it did was just kind of wick both
Yeah.
sides.
Don't do it now.
It's
Hey,
going
we're
to.
200 likes
It,
away.
reje-
Look at this.
it
200
rejected
likes
the low
away.
of that CPI candle.
Yeah, it did. Wow. Look at the tilt. Those longs.
we were
Eddie was
just a
talking
bit
about
too
those.
early. But
Look
we
at
had it.
this. Eddie was talking about those longs
Well,
getting a
here's
little
your
too long.
082s.
Yeah, this is going to do exactly what we expected it to do now, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. This train, baby. All right. We'll keep an eye on this. Hey, Jack, if you want to
What
come
was your
in. I know
level,
we got-
Coach Jay, again? Sorry, Andre.
Say it again,
80
Jerome, please.
82.
82, okay. The level of Coach
82.
J for a potential long. Because the thing is, if we had to go down, of course, anything can happen, we would have gone down already, right? Further down. That means there's, again, a lot of incertitude around the area we are in, and acceptance of price hasn't showed up. Please correct me if I'm
Stop
wrong,
filled.
Hope. But either we stay patient, either we get trapped, but I think market wants to get a lot of people short, and then we'll go back up, or vice versa. But if we would have had to go down, we have had this bounce. So that's why to a bullish structure, and the graph is
Yeah.
the chart are saying this as well. So we don't know yet, but I'm tempted for long. And the
Well-
S&P is holding well the EMAs as well. So
We just got-
This is messy.
Right. And
It is.
as far as acceptance, we're trading at the
Order
volume point of
submitted.
control from the regular
Order
trading hour
filled.
session right now.
Yeah, and you have these price equilibrium. You guys wonder what that
Mhm.
means? We're just sitting where lower. So this is the price. This is where the holding pattern will sit. All right, Jack, come on in. We got some news. You also want to get your
What's up,
take
my
on-
friends?
What's up, my friend? And I want to get your take on the 10-year as well. But come on in with some news. What's up, Jack?
All right, let's do some news. First, the most important story of the day is that the U.S. Congress will be holding yet another UFO hearing today.
Nice.
So if anybody out there can have C-SPAN on in the background, we need to know what happens. These things are always the best for sound bites. So please point us. This is news in the making. Jerome, have you ever seen a UFO?
Great question.
no.
Great answer.
You're not looking hard enough.
You're not looking hard enough.
X-Files, baby. Fed Watch. Let's hit that first because there has been a shift.
Here we go.
We're up to about 79% chance of a cut. That is, of course, following a CPI print that was mostly in line with what people were expecting. That's one of the hurdles to clear for sending full port for Jerome. Jerome Powell, not you, but you might too, Jerome. With that, we've seen quite a reversal in the 10-year yields. I don't have a chart for that because you just asked, but yields got crushed following the CPI number, bottomed out at about 4.36% in the spot, and have since rallied about 7 basis points back to where they are right before the number, pretty much. So that's what's happening in 10-year land. And lastly, our long national nightmare is over for now. Shane Waldron, the Bears offensive coordinator, was shit-canned this morning or yesterday, something like that.
They got to keep going. Virginia needs a
easy
shit-canner.
Easy,
Michael.
Easy.
That's the queen.
100 years old.
That's the queen,
He is,
Move on, Tony. Move on, Tony.
Of course, being replaced for play calling with our future savior, Thomas Brown, who he's good because, he called the plays for the Carolina Panthers last year, who won 2 games out of 17. So we're set.
What's going on with this team?
Woo! 4th and 1. Let's run an option. Run an option. 4th and 1.
MP still can't get over that play. MP still
run
can't get over
to the
that
center.
play.
The backup center. Okay, that's what we got for news for now. Robert will be back with some XFA stats from yesterday, so we'll see you in a few.
Thank you, Jack. MP still can't get over that option.
Can't even make it. Can't even make it halfway through the season where the whole city gives up. We're all, rightfully so.
Still pissed about that play. All right, well,
get your offensive coordinators out of the clearance bin. I mean, come on,
MP. I know. All right, 100. We got to get to 2. Are we at 2,000 yet? No, we're less than 100 likes away.
All right, so
let's get there.
Chad was getting on each
other. Anne Marie said we're sloshing sideways. So we're sloshing sideways. But what are we setting up for? Is it starting to coil up?
What's coil up mean, Michael? What's coil up mean?
It means
building energy. And then
shoot a direction.
Yeah. Hey, don't look now.
Tightly wound like your old girlfriend.
Yeah, it's coiling for sure.
J-Fish.
He ain't lying. Anyways, hey, don't look now. Bitcoin. 93,000.
Order submitted. Order filled.
Do we like a long here, perhaps?
I was going to ask Jerome what his time charts are. Are those 30-minute?
These are 15. But do we like a long here?
I'm seeing what you're saying, Jerome. Where's your price? And I think risk would have to go below 80.
Yes, that's the problem exactly. So when I saw this move on the downside, I was tempted to go in, but
order filled
115. Then we had this instant pushback up. So market today doesn't let us like any seconds to get in. That's cool. But you see this area, it's very, very, very strong area. But what I've seen as well, and I bet a lot of people could relate, is if we don't go back up, usually these areas where we have a lot of weeks and support areas, they tend to break. And we've not reclaimed the opening price range yet. So the S&P is actually.
We do have kind of a pennant formation here. We're up near the top end of that pennant. Do we look to break out of this pennant formation in one way or another?
We could. There's this 4-hour candle as well with no top wick, and we have 3 hours and 12 minutes left. And at any moment, this 4-hour candle can flip green and print a wick like this, right? Or like this, and go back up. So 3 hours is long, and we can have an hour of downtrend and 2 hours of uptrend. So I like to keep an eye on this 4-hour candle during the whole session, because anything can change once we flip. The thing is, the S&P had flipped already, but this is for structure. Sorry, yes.
Oh, go ahead. S&P structure.
Yes, usually the first flip, like last year I used to put an order at the first flip, right? And I've noticed that I always get stopped 90% of the time because the first flip is usually for market structure, print structure. And market has a tendency of, if we flip again, then that's when we have the strong push up or down, depending on the direction of the flip. So candle flipping is like an art I'm trying to understand. And understanding what candles are made of has taken me a lot of time, and I'm still on it, right? And that's a beauty for me. It's an art at all, and it's very difficult to understand what markets are printing. And for example, I don't know how to read the tape yet. I don't know how to read Bookmap. That's one of my goals for 2025.
Like that, man.
Trying to understand how candles get printed is a sort of equivalent of understanding the tape, right? So once I will have this skill on top of this one, I'm pretty sure I will be better on my entries.
You the man, Jerome. I'll tell you what, Jerome. MP, back when he had his fastball, he could read the ladder like I was very good at reading the ladder. He could read the ladder.
Only one thing to think about. One thing to think about every single day, trading. One thing, not anything else.
Evan in the chat says, I really like this guy. Hey, folks, alert. We hit 2,000 likes, 2,000 likes.
Yes.
That's what's coming up.
I feel like
we hit it.
VIP.
Yeah, we hit it. God, Jerome with the fist pump says, good job, everybody. Jerome, you are the good luck charm. You bring the likes. Mohammed brings the likes. Jerome, I really like that introspection, talking about how for your goals for next year, learn how to read the tape, how to read the ladder. It comes with time. You'll see the patterns form. You'll be able to look for big size orders that come in. This comes with experience. Trust me, you're very, very smart. You'll get the hang of this shortly.
Yeah, Jerome, when did you start trading again? Day one?
July 2023.
I'd say you're doing pretty well already.
And you're on the big board.
Yeah. Yes.
Michael, he's trying to solve. Michael, he's trying to solve Alzheimer's. He's trying to cure Alzheimer's, dude. That's these.
Oh, good for you. And you're paying it forward. I like that.
Yeah, man. He's like, that's his real job.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Good, because I might need it someday.
Quickly, can it be solved or cured or whatever? Alzheimer's?
No, not yet. But we have many tools to help it to reduce the symptoms and the graduation of the occurrence of the symptoms as well. The beautiful thing is that I had a doctor, Dr. Armand Perel-Liodet, which is a great doctor, biology and biomolecular chemistry doctor here in Lyon. And he's patented actually a protocol to be able to diagnose as neurodegenerative disease like Parkinson, Alzheimer's, and others 5 to 10 years before the symptoms occur. And so he's doing like seminars all over the world, in Brazil, in the US, in China, in Asia, Indonesia, and many places in the world. And this is kind of changing the structure of how we approach this disease. Because actually the only confirmation diagnosis of this kind of disease is, unfortunately, when a patient dies, we dissect, we take the brain out and we analyze it, right? So unfortunately, before a patient dies, we cannot certify properly on paper this patient had Parkinson or Parkinson plus Alzheimer or another disease associated with another one. And so this protocol can help us to, for example, smells and musics help a lot with patients who have memory loss with Alzheimer. And so let's say 8 years before you have the symptoms, we are able to diagnose that on your spine liquid, you have regarding the protocol, you have the levels that say you are more likely to have this disease getting set up. Then you can get help and improve your brain matter, the white and gray matter to get developed, so you don't get these symptoms getting set up. Brain is a fabulous organ. You can have a hole in the brain and you can have your neurons growing back and filling the hole, and that's the beauty of the brain. And we've seen so many crazy and amazing things with brain stuff, and that's why I decided to fully shift my career on that. And in 2016, I realized in my personal life that the way we think impact the way we feel, and vice versa, and this defined our being. And our being defined our decision-making process, and the decisions we make define who we are on a daily basis, right? And if you add day after day after day, it becomes week, and week plus weeks equals month, and month plus month equals etc. And so notice that, I mean, when I say we, it's not me, of course, I'm very young, but scientists noticed that 95 of the global population, they analyzed like 100,000 of brains. And I bet a lot of people on the chat would recognize themselves, since I am as well. We are all humans, right? But what if I told you, what do you do? What do you think about the first minute you wake up? 95% of people think about the debt they have, the money they have to pay for on the day, the bills they have to pay, the credit they have to pay back to the bank, etc. And what happens when you think this way, when your brain is engineered in such a way, you get a lot of beta waves, beta high frequency waves. And Dr. Brett Steenbarger speaks a lot about that, and I resonate a lot with him. And when you operate your brain instantly when you wake up with this kind of frequencies, your day is 75% gone. You will have a bad day, trust me. What if I told you when you wake up, you take your phone and you're pumping to ATH, all-time high, your dopamine levels? What happens? Our brains need dopamine, right? And we feel it during the day. So if you feel your dopamine level right instantly when you wake up with social media or whatever notification you have on your phone, during the day, your brain will tell you, I'm bored, I'm exhausted, I'm bored. I already had the level of dopamine I needed, and so now I'm going to get you bored for the whole day. And then you have a non-productive day most of the time. And so we need to understand how this whole neurochemistry works and how we are able to sleep better, eat better, work out better, and live better, so you have a better decision-making process. And that was my focus and still is. I've been also a sort of mindset performance coach, but only for people who are entrepreneurs. And that helped me find an edge between people who have skills I don't, but people who have thoughts and emotions I do have, and trying to merge these both and trying to help them on an edge I have and they have. And I saw what happened, and it's fabulous. It's very beautiful. So my best advice would be to take care of your brain. You know, it's your brain, your mental is like an inner temple. For me, it's like an inner temple. And be careful what you feed your mind with.
What's the best way to take care of your brain, in your opinion?
There's not one only, but for me, and a lot of people would be happy about that, for me, one of the best way is to control your breathing. Master some breathing techniques and mindfulness. Really? And this is one of the key to sort of brain expansion. And why is that? Because for the people who have babies or who have had babies, you will notice that babies inhale through the nose and their abdomen slightly goes up. It's not the chest. So let me show it to you. You see my chest going up. Now I exhale. And if you inhale with the abdomen, the stomach, almost no elevation from the chest, right? And so when you do this, the amount and the level of oxygen getting into your brain and your body stimulates as well the parasympathetic system. And repeating this on a daily basis, at least twice a week, and if you do more, it's better, but with a certain protocol and certain management of the practice, it's like a workout, right? You can run a marathon doing a 1 kilometer sprint, right? You have to run each and every day and increase your distance. So at first you have to change the flow, the blood flow within your brain. And you know, there's a sentence we've all heard, you create a habit within 21 days. And there's another one we've less heard. It's that you instillate it, you integrate it into your lifestyle within 90 days. And so everything I try to do and improve has a 3-month cycle pattern. So for example, when I try to learn a new skill in trading or I try a new strategy, I try to stick to a 3-month window of testing, because that would give me at least sufficient enough window of data. And I would be able to tell myself, okay, I think, Jerome, you have enough data and you can conclude and analyze this data. But if you have a single week and you have done, like, let's say, to go back to trading, 12 trades. And you're like, oh, I did 12 trades, 6 break even, 3 or 4 take profits, and 3 losses. And my win rate is 62% and blah, 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 whatnot. But this is not significant, right? You have only 12 points of data. You need an iteration of thousands and thousands, at least 100. And once you have that's why I'm saying I'm very young. It's only my second year, right?
Crazy.
Coach Dagoda and other people have more than 10 years, and I'm very much inspired by these people because they have tens, if not hundreds of thousands of trades to rely on. And it's like Bruce Lee said, master the way how to throw a punch 10,000 times, and that's the only thing you should need to master, And once you master this, you'll be able to master something else. And it goes by steps. And fundamentals is essential. And so I think breathing is the fundamental of being able to break the habit of being yourself.
Amazing. Michael?
All right.
Wow.
Sorry.
Michael. Where do we find Jerome? Look at Michael. You got him, Jerome. You got him.
Yeah.
Look at this.
I mean, everything he says, things that we're talking about the way you think, thinking positive and all that, because we're always talking about positive glass hole. We don't need the trolls around here. I mean, trading and all that, you got to always stay positive. So you saying that, feel good on the inside, look good on the outside. That's good. 21 days to create a habit. When we created the combine, we say it's going in months. And we were like, if you can work to find out what you did wrong and then try to improve it the following month, then you can start to improve your habits. Topstep's mission is to take traders, people who trade, and turn them into better traders with healthier habits. There's 21 days to create a habit. This might be something that, when you're talking about that, it'd be fun to do here to do habit forming activity, like a segment where you would be on, and then we're all here, and what habit are we working on for the next 21 days? And then you said 90 days to implement into your life, and so look, a lot of trading is about getting yourself into better habits, healthier habits for yourself as well. So yeah, besides, guys, number 16 on the big board of tens of thousands of traders.
It's number
4 here right
He's
now.
And
he's
number 4.
Schooled us in the world of brain thinking.
Jerome, I think you had everyone in the chat practicing breathing while you were talking. And I hear you say you're inspired by some of the traders that we have here. You're inspired by Dakota, but I think what you just said kind of opened up everyone's mind. I'm going to definitely go back and rewatch this segment because while you're talking, my brain was doing gymnastics over here, but love the work that you're doing, man.
Jerome,
I'm going to talk to Danielle and talk about a habit forming segment that we drop.
Look at this. All right, well, we got Robert waiting in the wings here. We got the VIP check-in form right around the corner. Robert, come on in with some XFA goodies. Jerome, that was awesome. Let's get back to trading after this. Come on in, Robert.
Yes, we are. Here we are, XFA goodies. We have the top 5 P&Ls from yesterday. Shane S., the top 21,000. Christoph, 21,000. Brandon, 20,000. Jordan, 13,900. And Justin H., 13,552. The only comment I have on this one is Justin. I think I know who that is, and I think they switched all MNQ trades, 1.4 to 1 win rate. Win time, 1 hour, 41 minute win time. Lost time, 39 minutes. Love it. All MNQ on Justin. Congratulations. The top 5 P&Ls. We'll be back at Hot Streaks in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Robert. All right. The moment everyone's been waiting for. We got 2,100 likes now. 2,100 likes. Luckily, the markets aren't doing a whole heck of a lot besides Bitcoin. Bitcoin new all-time highs. Michael, 93,500.
I know. I was going to say to you, I go, where do you think Bitcoin is since the last time we talked about it? You just got to say the word
100,000 by end of week. 100,000 by end of week. Let's just get it out there. All right, Eddie, I'm going to throw it to you. Eddie, this is the moment everyone's been waiting for. Let's do it, Eddie.
All right.
Would you like to be a Topstep VIP?
Of course you would. Here we go again. All right, folks. We will be posting the link here in chat. Yes, it is for the VIP. Remember, 3 months in the trading combine. 2 free resets each month. A private team chat room with exclusive access to your coach, special events, no activation fee. Remember, the more entries that you have, the better chances you are of joining these one of the 10 top VIP teams coming in January. So we're going to have this check-in form up top here for about, let's see here. We've got it. We're going to have this till 11 o'clock. 11 o'clock here, and we'll do that. There you go. 11 o'clock. So fill out that form. That is an entry fee in putting you in an opportunity of a lifetime. So once again here, till 11 o'clock here, and this is for our Top Step VIP. And back to you, Andre.
Andre ducked out. We are here.
Market's kind of slowed down
I know.
a lot. We've been in the 30-point range in the last 30 minutes or so in the NASDAQ. MP, I think the trade was to just buy Bitcoin.
Right.
Just put on I remember you had that experiment last year, just buy a one lot on the open. Bitcoin might be the market to do that in.
I know. Then right when you start doing that, then it's the obvious happens, and when you see the obvious, then it's the turning point.
Right.
So, or is it? It's the whole great game of trading.
All right. Well, the marks haven't done a whole heck of a lot. Countdown clock. Ooh, VIP 55 minutes for this VIP form. Oh, baby, we have opened.
You got to run across to your neighbor's house, Trey. You got to run across to your neighbor's house. Tell him to get on here.
I could run all the way down to Topstep office and back in 55 minutes. Wow.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we're going to have this up till 11 o'clock. There's also going to be another opportunity for Top Quiz on Friday. So 25 winners will be drawn for additional entries on that also.
Are you guys interested in VIP being open to some price point?
What do you
And I say this because we're gonna continue like giveaways to it. But if we wanted to accelerate, I don't know how much. I haven't felt out how much interest there is in that. Because I know a lot of people have asked, I want to coach, I want to chat, I want a room. I mean, coaches are investment in Top Step. We have to vet, ensure that their time and all that and comp and all that kind of stuff gets lined up. But it's so awesome how Coach Jay right here, he's an incredible coach. I would love Coach Jay. I think I would love to be on. I would love to be on your Lunatics team.
He wants to trade people, Michael.
We got a spot whenever you want.
MP. Trade? Yeah, he's got a spot.
Thanks, buddy.
Jerome, my breathing is already better since you were talking about that. It's just different, And
I forgot to mention, exhale with the mouth. It releases more oxygen. So you inhale with the nose and you exhale with the mouth, pulling your belly in, slightly pulling your belly in. And you will feel way better. And then with time, if you want, we'll do a breathing session. If Michael authorizes me, we can do this as well.
Well, it was very inspiring. Just want to ask you one more question about that. What about brain injuries like strokes? I know that the brain can work its way around a stroke or a small stroke. Do you work on that at all?
I don't work on patients who had stroke, but I used to, but it's not my specialty. I'm more specialized on the disease that degenerate the brain matter. So that implies cognitive and motor deficiencies, and that's my specialty.
Man, we got a doctor in the house, man.
Jerome, what about cannabinoids?
Yeah, great, man.
What about? Sorry?
Cannabinoids. Talking about cannabis with Alzheimer's. Are you serious?
For Alzheimer's, well, I don't know. I've not seen any research on it. I know there's a lot of regulations around cannabinoids, like medical marijuana, being used for patients who have gastric problems or even motor problems. But there's other diseases we make. So we try to make medication from cannabinoids because there is receptors. I think it's called the CB2 receptor or CBD2, something like that. And we use it in medicine. So for Alzheimer's, I don't know, to be very honest. But, science is beautiful. You can cure cancer with a snake venom. So, I mean,
really?
I believe for every disease in the nature, you have a cure we haven't discovered yet, and many scientists proved this to us. So, like penicillin, for example, did you know, guys, how penicillin was discovered?
No.
On
was
bread,
mold.
right?
I think it was something like Fleming went on vacation and his gardener didn't take care of his like plants or mushrooms, and some shrooms started to grow, and he analyzed them, and that's how he discovered penicillin. And it's called in science, we call it serendipity, and it's a happy random event, you know, and life is made of serendipity.
Going back to breathing, what do you think about Wim Hof? You know Wim Hof?
I love it.
Order submitted.
Some patients can't practice Wim Hof, right? So for example, elderly patients who are lying on a hospital bed, they can't do this kind of exercise because it's very, very intense. But I love it.
It's very intense.
I mean, it's very inspiring. I respect the craft and everything behind it a lot. Yes, but it's not adapted.
Order filled.
It's impressive. It's wow.
All right, let's go right back to the Marcus. You're going to need a lot of breathing exercise before that Disney cruise, Michael. Let's get to the S&Ps. Last trade 60.17. Last trade in the ES. High today 60.30. Take a look at the NASDAQ here. Last trade 21,121. We got VWAP. We just stuck, just chop and slop in the NASDAQ right now. We'll remain patient. We did take a short earlier in the house account. Managed our risk. Down for now. One trade, one loser. All good. Nothing to cry over. Look at, I'm going to start quoting Bitcoin now because Bitcoin's got the action. Bitcoin pushing higher here. Last trade, 93,530. High of the day, 93,000. All-time highs, 585. Looking at the crude here. Crude did see a sell-off. Never got to those 66.80s that Jerome and Jay and Anne Reed and Hogue all like 66.80s. And crude never got down there. Did get to 66.94. We're back up above that. $68.33 last trade in the crude. Looking at gold, 26.10. Gold been very, very tame lately. Anyways, I'm going to throw it to Robert. Robert coming in with some payouts, baby. Woo! One of my favorite stats of the day. What's up?
Yeah, here we are. We get the payouts. One of my favorite stats also. Let's push this up right here. Tuesday's payouts. What do we have?
Big numbers.
Single day. Justin Y requested $33,750. Jonathan K, 32,000. Rajesh, 27,000 on the dot. GetNet B, 23,259. And Imad A, 19,689. Now for the big one, what do we have for the total? We're going to say 1.2. The over and under is 1.2 on the full payouts. Let's start at the top. MP, what do you think? 1.2, over or under?
Over under 1.2?
The 1.2. Sure, I'll take it.
You got it?
Yeah,
Over.
Right?
Over.
Over, right. Here it is right here.
1.6.
Total 1.2.
Told you, get out of here.
It is over. I had to get you over. Yeah, exactly. Average payout, $2,154. That's across 563 requests all in total. Percentages? Yes, that is
500 people a day, man. 500 people a day taking payouts. That's good. My favorite stat now that we're doing is the call up. Those folks that got called up because they already have payouts typically, except for the $250,000. I forgot his name. New call up that we had yesterday.
Yeah, it was a difficult name to pronounce.
Order filled.
Thank you, Jerome.
Karthik or Karthik. Sorry if I pronounced it in the wrong way.
Oh, okay.
Karthik.
All good.
Karthik.
I remember.
Okay.
Thank you, Jack.
Okay.
All right, we'll be back with some hot streaks later on.
Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Yeah.
We like a long
Michael just
guys?
like. Go ahead,
I
Jerome.
was just thinking that.
Long?
That means we should perhaps. Yeah, I was thinking about longing around 90-ish. Then I thought we could break and then we bounce back. Usually when the market ranges during the AM session, it is very unlikely we don't
Order
break
submitted.
out of this range before the lunch break. So that's what I
Order
noticed.
filled.
Of course, it's statistics and patterns. But it's very unlikely we range for like 4-5 hours during the US session. So I think we might break out before what time is it? Before 11 a.m. and it looks like a long breakout. So there's still a chance we have a last fake out to grab all these last longs and late longs who are FOMOing in, and then we flush instantly like 150 points down. But ACH, right?
I do like the longs. I do like the longs also. I think we would have to go with a wide stop on that. Almost like make new lows on the day stop.
Oh, really? Why, Jay? That's a wide stop. That's a wide stop.
Yeah, because this 30-point range that we're in right now, it's, if we try to get cute with the stop and be, 25 points, that's within the range, right? So we're not even allowing the market, unless we get a long at the low extreme, we're not allowing the market the space that it needs to do the natural fluctuations that it's done for the last hour, right? So to me, it's do you think there's a long potential for the rest of the day? And if so, set your risk so far out of the way that you're not going to get wicked out, and then you're either right or wrong on this trade. Ideally, I would like a long somewhere near 20,100 so we can be near the lows of that range. But I would hate to take a trade in this range, get wicked out by the price action that we've seen for the last hour. So to me, it's you increase the stop on the trade, maybe trade a little bit smaller because we have a wider stop, and then allow the market to work.
Right. Yeah. Anne Marie is thinking what I'm thinking. Why not wait for the support level to try and get into the trade instead of trying to preempt a breakout continuation at this point.
Order submitted.
Right. It's tricky.
I mean, in the meantime, Bitcoin hits 94,000.
You see that, Michael? You see this shit?
I know.
You see Bitcoin? Gosh. What a beast of a market. All right, we got
I put a limit order at 39, the low of the opening range. Because if we don't have a pullback, we might see a strong break. So I'm okay to get stopped on that. I'm gonna see how the market reacts.
You're looking at that 39 level as a short?
As a long.
As a long. It's high of value.
Order filled.
It's still within the initial balance, and it's at the high of value.
We'll see. I want to ask, did we have a failed downside auction, or not?
We do not technically below like the initial balance low. No, we don't. Neither of the markets. Although there's a lot of that's. I mean, that's a pretty big buying tail down there on the day session. Here's what we're looking at here, folks. This freezes on me sometimes. Apologize, but this is the low in the NASDAQ. Okay. So, price opened, pushed lower, left a long buying tail here. It's not necessarily a failed downside auction. That would, I think, be more below the initial balance and then back into the initial balance. But this is, there is some substantial excess on the low. That's really what you're talking about here, Jerome. And, right now, we haven't left the initial balance. We've got a very kind of even pricing. Even profile value high is 21,141, value low is 21,087, and 141, 161, 87. I mean, these are kind of close to some of the levels that we were discussing earlier, and it's really just kind of encapsulated price between these two levels. As Jay was kind of commenting, for the last 2 hours, we've just been chopping back and forth overall in this range. Where it's spending the most time, that's where acceptance is showing. So I'm cautious to look for any kind of preemptive breakout to the upside because we still got the IB high. The S&Ps are a lot closer to a potential breakout.
Moving.
Here's the profile in the S&Ps. Price is currently trading 6,016.50. Here's the IB high, which is 6,019.75. If we break out and see some momentum up there, then I could see this market continuing for a breakout to the upside. We've got negative delta here as well. Andre, negative 9,500, and we're at the highs.
Oh, I like it then.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, long, squeeze them.
Yeah.
Shorts never got squeezed on the close yesterday. 9,500 delta. Okay, cool. Keep an eye on that. Look at
I'll
CNBC.
keep an eye.
Michael.
We do see some breakout possibility up there in the S&P is first. I would think that would happen, but we'll keep an eye. The best trades I've seen so far today were in gold, but just kind of keeping an eye here. It's been very, very kind of settled here in the equities.
Yeah.
It's been a kind of a choppy day, but opportunities are abounding here maybe soon.
Yeah, let's take a look at what we got coming up. We got Musalam, we got Schmidt. We still have some speakers coming up today. Fed budget. They used to move us in the afternoon, so we still have some more things on the docket. Let's trade in the ES, kind of just grinding higher here. Hot garbage, Jay says. All right, who we going to next? Hot garbage, Jay. I saw what you wrote there.
We got crude oil had a really nice bounce. I'm looking at crude here. There's 160 lots sitting at 68.50 right now. And if I look on a 30-minute chart on crude.
Yeah.
Wow. What up, Ricky Powell? What up, buddy?
You know
Good to see who's in chat, Andre. Ricky.
Oh, shoot. What's
Blue
up,
chip.
Ricky? Yeah. Wow.
Hell yeah.
Wow, Ricky.
Hope you're doing well.
Man. Hope you're doing well, too, man. What's up?
Ricky, Topstep's hiring engineers.
There you go.
Saying. Just saying.
Cut to the front of the line.
Oh,
Something just popped. And
Something did what? Yeah. Stop.
It literally just touched 48's.
Ricky Powell. What's up?
Pulled off that swiftly.
All right. 10:20 now. Let's bring in Robert. If we're ready to do some hot streaks, coming for some hot streaks. Give us the good news. Tell us Delesh is still on top.
Yeah, Andrea, Delesh still is on top.
Yeah.
Man, the myth, the legend. 87
Numbers
consecutive
ahead.
days, getting closer.
87
Another $8. He's kicking it up now. Derek M, second place, 40 consecutive days. A comment on Derek I wanted to shout out to is not only 40 consecutive days, but there are only 10 days that are under $200, and some of them just a couple dollars under $200. We know that we need to be over $200 for payout. So just under 10 days for Derek under the $200 mark. Keep going. VJ, 39 days, $2,800 on there. Ali of 36 days, tied with William R. Black Swan in the chat for 36 days.
Oh. Look at that. 87 days. 40 days is really
I'm
good.
long
Let's not.
one.
Go ahead. You're long?
I'm long one from 39.25.
You're on long
39.
one.
We'll go along 5. 35 even.
It's a risky
Okay, what's your
trade.
risk?
But it's a risky trade. If we have to break, I think we can break it now.
Where do you see the risk
I
in
don't
that?
think risk has to be wide because it's gotta be. Yeah, it has.
Is
to
this
be.
something you would time stop maybe if it doesn't go relatively quickly? You can be out of that, or a more of a price stop. And where would that stop be?
Yeah, we could time stop it as well, but we have another candle. I mean, we could get flushed right now.
This market's just savage right now.
Yes, they are.
Looking at the tilt here, 74%. What was that, Jay? We'll talk about it after this trade, Jay. What was that flood or something hit the market there?
It looks like some
we
stops just went
bought-
off above
we just
session
bought high
VWAP.
value.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks like some stops went off above that session VWAP.
Mhm.
Grind this sucker higher. House got long from MP. What price did we get? 21,000, 1.
Sorry, 35 even. 135 even.
35. Thank you. House got long plus 5 from 21,000. They're quick back there. Good job, guys.
Jay,
Oh,
looking for
long.
some risk of
139.
advice from you on this too. What do you think, Jay?
For the risk, I think it has to go below 90. I don't think I love this trade. just because we saw that those stops go off and no momentum to the upside, almost an immediate rejection.
We bought higher value.
Thank you, James.
Yeah, I did a sniper drawdown entry.
Yeah,
Where's the,
good.
It's okay. Hey, it happens. You saw
where's the risk on that to stop? John is
Order submitted.
right?
I mean, Jay is talking about below 90, and
Order
that's a lot of risk on this.
So 90's the risk.
It didn't
MP.
go right away. I'd be out of it already.
Order submitted.
That's
Order
just me
filled.
personally. I don't. We bought the higher value. It did not see any real movement. It doesn't mean it can't turn around and go, but it was just not the best trade location, if you ask me. Now, Jerome has the things he's looking at, and we're just trying to figure out where the risk is. I would say if we take out the low of the current 5-minute bar, we should be out of it. And that low is 21,119 quarter. Put the stop at 119, 118 half, and we'll see what happens.
I like it.
This thing could turn around. Yep. I mean, it is starting to show higher highs and higher lows a little bit here. So I'd say 118 for the stop.
That's a decent.
So
it's a nice one.
And we were talking about it before, right? We like the longs 20 points lower, and I still like this as a long trade.
Mm-hmm.
The stop just has to be wide enough to allow the market to do any fluctuations. I do think there's potential to the upside in this. It's just with that trade location, you have to have a wide stop. We just held the RTH
take out the IB high, and we saw that all those shorts in the S&Ps. S&Ps could be the thing to drag this thing higher.
Absolutely. Let the ES do the heavy lifting here. Hell, let Bitcoin do the heavy lifting here.
Yeah.
Come on, Bitcoin. Just bring everything higher with you. What a run here. All right. Here we go. 142. We popped above VWAP. VWAP at 138. We just popped above Jerome. Wait, Jerome, you got a price target upside?
London closing here.
The thing is, the S&P 500 is breaking the highest opening range, while the Nasdaq is entering back into the opening range. So we have a sort of, some people might call it divergence, like a gap between both structure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm watching for the ES this level, so 23.25, and if it breaks, I'm watching 6032, and as long as the S&P stays between this area, I stay in the long. As long as the S&P closes in this area and closes back below out of the range, that's when I would get out of the trade.
What's the price level in that area?
Yeah, what prices, Jerome? When you say this area, let us know the prices, because not everyone's watching right now. People are just listening, so go ahead, tell us prices.
We got some long-haul truckers out there on the road tuning in. They got to keep it 2 and 10 to listen.
He's in the lab,
so my zone is between 60.23 and a quarter to 60.32 and 75. So it's a wide range, but it's a long trade, right? So for the
63s,
my
outside.
First profit target is the high of the opening range. So that's
which is
first target 84.5.
Ooh, 84s.
High of the IB.
84s, baby. I liked it. I like it. Jerome, there's a reason why you're as high as number 4 big board. Like Eddie said, we got
if you have a stop in, where is it?
Well, my stop is wide because I have a 1 lot, but if I had 5 lots on, that wouldn't be that stop. So I have like stop around 80-ish. That's not nice, but it's because I have 1 lot.
I think that's where it needs to be.
It's exactly at 78.
We're extending the range in the S&Ps now. We're starting to squeeze those shorts out, Andre.
Yeah, we are. Feel that pain. Feel the pain, baby. Look at Jerome. MP, how we looking over there? Long 5 from 135 evens. Jerome long from 139 quarter. Eddie, I'm coming to you. Look at this sucker go.
So what
S&Ps are leading it. S&Ps are definitely leading this.
What are we saying?
All right, guys.
Target?
So first target would be 84.5 if we get there, and if we keep breaking above. So see the S&P right now, just bounce at just rejected level 23.25 to the tick. So I want to see a closure above this area, and I want the S&P to stay in this area. As long as it gets out of it, for me, it's a signal of potential reversal of the movement. Because we can have a push for 30 minutes, right? And then sellers will come back in, but
then,
we are
right,
but going on the right move, right?
Working 84s, Michael.
So
184. 184 MP.
Second target, if we want to leave a runner, would
this
be
is good.
251. That's the Fibonacci level I have here. So
251.
if we leave a runner, that would go there.
Working 4 at 84. Working 4 at 84.
So we're
4 at
long
84.
5. That's beautiful.
That's pretty good,
We're
Jerome.
long 5 from
Yeah. What's our price?
35. 35 even.
Okay.
One.
Yeah, I'd say my first target to the upside is 180.
Yep.
And I'm
right around that 184s.
IB high.
Go ahead, Jerome.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't want to interrupt. I'm going to add a second lot. I'm just timing it, trying to time it. We have the 30 minutes closure that's going to occur. I think we have 6 chances out of 10 to have a strong push in like 2 seconds, but we'll see.
Okay, we
6 out of
just
10.
opened the next 30-minute bar above the IB high in the S&Ps. That leaves excess below and makes this a new long possibility.
6 out of 10.
Probability.
He's giving us probabilities. I love it.
Love it.
Look at this.
Okay.
Jerome, what's your final upside target? I know we talked about some conservative ones, but what's your final upside target?
251. 251.
251.
5-1 with a 1 lot. MP working 4 at 84. 4 at 84.
Thank
And I'm adding a second here. I'm going to peel one at 84.50, and I'm going to put the runner if it goes to 251.
Okay, Jerome, you're long 1 or 2?
2.
Long 2 now.
149.5. So I added to a winner. It wasn't perhaps the greatest place to add it, but I'd rather prefer to add to a winner rather than a loser. That's when I started to win. So
Well,
I'm trying to
as the saying goes, losers add to losers. Winners add to winners.
Did you trim your risk at all on that, Jerome?
Oh my gosh.
My stuff would have to be here anyway because it's unfortunately my DLL, so I have no choice to put it here.
Where is your risk now? Or did you just leave it?
107. 107.
Okay.
Stop up to 107. MP.
Thank you. That helps.
Above 170, I think we should see some real volume step in here.
Working 484. God, I can hear in the pit right now. 484.
Still squeezing out those shorts in the S&Ps, Andre.
What are we looking at now?
7,400 right now.
Oh yeah.
Still lots to go.
That's beautiful.
Especially after yesterday.
That.
Put up a poll in the chat. Did anyone take that long with Jerome? Put up a poll in the chat. Anyone take a long with Jerome there? Yes or no? Take the long with Jerome. Long around, let's call it 140s. 140s. 21 NQ. Anyone take that long with Jerome?
Getting tilty to the long side. 73%.
See that?
If we can establish a local support right here, I would be very happy. Like if we flip back up, that would be wonderful.
Coming your way next, Eddie.
Like right now.
I'm here.
Did you go long? Go long with Jerome.
Okay. Not yet confirmed, but we are confirming a local support here. Okay, around this area. So this is a 100 chart.
What area again?
Sorry, 159. We are
159.
actually building a support around 159, and it's the 1 second touch. So if we have a strong push back up, that would be lovely. And we might print a head and shoulder pattern as well. But I would like to get it invalidated because a lot of people would like to short this, so that would place some stops around this area, and that would allow us to have a strong pop back up. So now market is rejecting, so we have to follow that. We have this support as well getting confirmed around 153. But it looks like we have a strong seller in the house, guys. So
yes, we do.
No,
It looks that way.
Same
Huh?
with gold. Gold's getting worked right now.
we have
You might
to
find some
absorb
support
him.
right here. We should be okay right here.
Why, Jay?
I'm
What are
gonna.
you looking for, Jay?
Remember when we said, "Hey, something just popped"? There was a big order that came in at 147, where we kind of just bounced right now. So as long as that holds, I think we're good. Below 136, I don't really love this anymore, but I think we're okay.
But we're long 10 now. I bet we're long 10.
We're long 10 now.
What I love
He is
is
locked
that
in.
Ron, this is your trade though. Talk through it.
Sorry, no, it's our trade. But I love that the
Jerome, I
S&P
love you.
found. Let me check that. Wait a second.
What price, Michael?
Loading.
Average price is
Let me share my trading view chart so we can have it. Let's go.
43.25.
Thank you.
So the S&P bounced, like almost bounced
143.25.
at the high of the opening range at 1975. So we touched 20, and everybody knows the psychological levels, right? So what I noticed is that yesterday we broke through the 6,000 psychological level and instantly reclaimed it. So if we can secure 6,020 on the S&P today, market would like to revisit 6,050s, right? That's the next psychological level. So what market wants right now is a confirmation of accept of price above 6,020. And look at what I was telling you about this level, 6,023.25 on the S&P.
Yes.
I am waiting and looking for a closure in the 5-minute time or more above this level. So this candle didn't close above. This candle didn't close above. If this candle rejects, it will reject in the next 4 minutes. And if it has to close above, it will likely close within the next 4 minutes, because market doesn't like to swim like that during 2 hours, right? I mean, maximum 2 hours. Market wants to put its head up and take some breath and, go back in the deck. And so that's the kind of trades I like, because if you're going to be wrong or right very quick. And sometimes I would even be tempted to add, not for now because we already lost a position, but let's say this is our first trade, I would have likely added here, because if we break 60, we are breaking 6024.5 on the S&P, and we are pushing. We are pushing. We have 3 minutes. More than 3 minutes left. I want this 5-minute candle closing above 6023.25.
Okay, great. Very good. Stay right there. I want to bring Eddie in. We got some announcements today. We have a little housekeeping. MP, Jerome, please jump in if anything changes to why we manage this trade. But Eddie, come on in. We got some announcements. Let's go higher, baby. Bull. Let's go. What's up, Eddie?
No, we talk about this payout. And for those traders that are paying themselves, we've got the payout club. Now, if you don't know what this is, what it is if you have paid yourself over $5,000, right? Payout club. We've got a nice opportunity for you. How about a hat and a pin that says, yes, you have paid yourself out? So if we can pin there it is right there. Beautiful hat and a beautiful pin. If you have paid yourself out here at Topstep, over 5,000 and over, doesn't have to be all at once. It could be 1,000 here, 1,000 there, 3,000 here. Hey, that's 5,000. I am good for the hat and the pin. So there you go. The link is going to be pinned here in the chat, and click on that and fill that out. Also, we do have a request for you. I know that we've been requesting a lot today, but you know what? Hey, we're all a team here, and we really respect your reviews. So we're going to ask you about Trustpilot. If you like what we're doing here, please leave a review. The Trustpilot link here. We're going to keep this up for about 10 minutes. If you can, we'll just put this in chat. Leave us a review, Trustpilot, if you like what we're doing here at Topstep TV. Also, we do have, there's one more. It'll be cycled through chat. Okay, we're not going to pin that, but we'll put it in chat. Also, this Friday, hey, coming up here very soon, we've got, by popular demand, another round of Roast My Trades. So if you want to get burned by the Roast Master, Jack, submit your name, and the form is linked in chat right now. So we're pinning one up top. We're going to be putting the other two in the chat. So have at it, and we'll go from there. But Andre, I believe that is all I have right now. Any questions? I'm watching chat. I can always give that that link for Roast My Trades and the Trust Pod if you need it. But otherwise, back to you, Andre.
Thank you, Eddie. All right.
Risk on this trade is where?
So we don't have the closure. It's like bearish now.
Jerome,
Would
where is
you move your risk
on
up
your
at
trade
all?
right now?
107 my risk.
107, right? Still there.
Still there.
Right back to IB high in the S&Ps. Still seeing a lot of sellers up here, not really getting the short squeeze that we were looking for or continuation. If we can't hold 6,020 in the S&Ps, then this may be a bit of a failed upside auction and we could rotate back to the downside. We got to hold above this 20 level. We're right at it right now.
So now I'm looking at
I
the
don't like that.
high of the opening range of the S&P. A lot of people want to get positioned there. So who's going to win? Buyers
Yes.
or sellers? And that's what I'm
like. Exactly what we're thinking.
Bobby's world. Come on, Bobby. Just drop the LOL, man. We're being a dork.
Why? What happened? Be nice.
Fade the house
out. Oh, Bobby.
We are talking about
Yeah,
trade.
I
love this.
don't like that rejection there.
That was a Howie Mandel cartoon on Saturdays.
We rejected the opening range, the 1 minute opening range in the NASDAQ. Never extended the range.
That's life, guys. I mean,
that's life. C'est la vie.
Every day I work to have a take profit, a break even, or a loss. That's
love Jerome, man. You're a cool cat.
That's
doing brain surgery. Taking a loser is nothing compared to doing brain surgery, Michael. Dissecting brains. This is just a walk in the park. This is just a walk in the park.
I mean, it's chat is happy trading us. It's cool. If they are with us, it's cool as well. You know?
So the tilt was tilty to the long bias up there, and they got faced pretty quickly, right when they got in the 70% range, 70 or more.
Interesting.
Stop is at 107 right now.
107.75.
Savage.
Since you guys are saying 106.75, since you're saying 107.
It has the potential to hold here, but yeah, this looks. I don't love that rejection that we saw up at that highs. Let's see.
Bit of a 3-bar reversal in the NASDAQ on the 5.
Oh, we flip. Can we flip on the S&P? We have 3 minutes left.
View up here.
Hold now.
What do you say about gold?
What's that? Hold now. Gold finding some buyers. Dipped down to 25.93. Finding some buyers. All right, cool. Ready for big board? Let's do some big board. All right, Robert, we're ready with the big board. Come on with the big board. Jerome, please jump in if anything does change to this trade. MP, let us know if we did get out of the trade. Anything. Robert, come on with the big board. I think we got one of my guys on the big board right here, right now. What's up, Robert?
We are here. Yes, we do have one of the guys on the big board. You're looking at him, Jerome, all morning long. We have Eddie coming up. We want to get that drum roll happening, get that big board going, and we got one comment, and let's hit it.
I got stop.
We got stop. Yeah.
Huff mark.
And there you have it. There is our big board. Top ones didn't do a lot of mixing it around. Saeed moved up 35 spots from 40 to number 5. But the man you were seeing all day long, all morning long, right there on Topstep TV is Jerome D. Currently holding 16, made it to top top 4 at one point. So that's excellent, and all that feedback was great for the good doctor. My comment I need to make is Belinda, number 25, down the bottom there. I say the bottom of the big board. Because we talked about her a couple days ago, she started 2 days ago at 327, moved up 49 points to 37, and now up into the 25. Said it yesterday, push a little bit more, and you'll make that big board number 25. And my goodness, she did it. I was commenting about the ranks. The total amounts drop was only 37 ranks, 37 points, but the increase is 309. We are holding on to those spots, moving down just a little bit, but when we are moving up big. Here's your big board. Get on that big board, push hard. It takes a lot of work, but it is worth it. Take your screenshots, and we'll be back later.
Nice job, Jerome. You saw your name on there, Jerome, didn't you? I saw you take a close look at that big board. You wanted to make sure you're still on there, Jerome. Wanted to make sure he's still on that. I saw there looking. Oh, you know where you are. Nick Ferretic. Actually, I know where Nick Ferretic is. Nick Ferretic is heading to the hospital shortly, I'm told. Good luck, Nick Ferretic. About to be a papa.
Let's go.
About to be a brand new papa.
Here we go.
Congratulations, Nick.
It's go time now, Michael, right? Michael, what's going through your head? You're on the way to the hospital? Going from 0 kids to 1 kid.
I've done it 3 times.
Yeah, but when you go from 0 to 1, when you go from 0 to 1, it has to be
the first time ever in his situation, it's bananas. You're like, holy, because you don't want your wife's in pain, and like you don't want her to die, and you're like, well, she could die. You hear all these stories, and then you're like, this kid, because we have a could things. Do they have to cut her open the last second? All that stuff's flowing through your head. But the third time, I remember driving the car and looking at her, I go, this is easy. And she looks at me, because it's our third one. And it's the first time I passed out, passed out, and a bunch of nurses came running in and me, and then I got the bed right next to my wife, and I got to chill while she had the baby. But the first time was freak out. The third time I thought like it was easy breezy, and that's the time where I fainted. I've never done that before in my life, because you're trying, you're holding their hand, and you're doing all this stuff. Yeah, I had my music playing though, like jamming. I had what is it? I Will Wait for You by Mumford and Sons. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Order submitted. Order filled. Order submitted.
It's like real fast. So every time I listen to that song, I think about my first son being born, because that was the song he was born to. It was really dope.
I know that.
Playing in the room.
Order submitted.
All right, great stuff. I see Jack is waiting in the wheel. How's it? Look at this Savage Park and bounce right back up. Catch a break today. The reads have been good. Risk has been managed. No big deal. How's the count down? 11 grand? House count was up 5 grand yesterday, 5 grand before the day. So probably scratch on the week. Anyways,
it's very hard. Like we have the Jerome, who's number 16, and to come on here, where to get number 16 in general is hard, and then to come on here and call out trades live is hard, and all that kind of stuff. So guys, like, give grace. Like this is, and quit beating. Like it's not my trade sitting here. It's not. It's a house account is following
MP flat null. MP flat null.
That we have.
Cancel all. Cancel all flat null.
That we have that come on here, and the whole goal is for you guys to learn from these folks. And are they going to peg them all the time? No. Are they going to peg them sometimes? Yes. They're going to peg them. Blah blah blah. So
Jack,
the LOLers out there.
Oh, look at this! Look at this pop, Jack. Come on with some call ups.
We got some call ups. We got some VIP with the coach himself. Jay is here, which makes things very easy. But first off, we want to show the certificate for the trader that was called up on 11/11 that had the highest starting balance. Hit me with that. Richard E.
Big numbers.
Spokane over in Eastern Washington. I had to think about that for a second. Starting balance will be $60,718 in the live account. He's trading the NQ. Great job there, Richard. I have his admin pulled up right now. He had an average net P&L of $6,000 a day in his XFA account, and that will get everyone's attention. Real consistency, great stuff. And we have a sturdy list today as well. Here are the new traders that were called up.
Wow.
On the 11th of November. In addition to Richard, we have another Jack. Christo, who I think we mentioned in one of the payments earlier, from Estonia. I've been to Estonia. I would love to go back. So if we need an interview, I'm your guy.
Really?
Yes, I have.
I know that.
Went to many places in my previous career we can't talk about. Tarek, Lamar, Lucas, and Juan
life.
C. Those are our live call-ups for today.
That is beautiful. Those are pro ball. Those are the best of the best.
Yes.
Now trading at a live account.
Look at this pop.
You made it.
Markets are tough, man. This trading thing is tricky. Man, oh man, oh man.
We'll
Why
monitor those pops. Shout out any
Yep.
trade that comes up. But as long as I'm here and we have Jay in the house, let's do a real quick VIP rundown because you have one trader that's really lighting fire to the game. So first, let's take a look at your leader list from the Lunatics.
All right.
And what's up, Jay? So top of the
What's
list,
up?
and this is who we'll profile on a card coming up soon. We got Berjan, our man from Kazakhstan, is in one. He is in an XFA account. His current balance is 8,000, and he's taken $2,000 in payouts so far. Also have Sun up 2.5K in an XFA. Dana and Waishan just getting started, but positive there, and Johnny doing well in the combine. What have you been going over this week with your team, Jay?
So it's funny that you asked, and I was waiting to be on here today. I actually had to cancel a VIP session yesterday because we were going to do like a live trade kind of house account example that we do here, and didn't get much as far as volunteers go. So just if any of the VIPs are watching, your participation in that program is as important to me as it is to your trading. But for the traders that are on the leaderboard, good stuff, right? Keep going. I did see Barjan in the chat, trading really well. He has been chatting back and forth with us. But really what we want to go over is, tying the mental side of trading with the execution side. Dakota had a really good example yesterday of just the mindset that it takes to hold on to a trade for a really long time. And kind of want to work through that with traders. So that's what I'm looking to do as far as exercises going through the rest of the week. So we'll have a couple more opportunities to do so. I don't think I'm on Topstep TV for the rest of the week, so I'm going to spend all my time with the VIPs.
Well, let's do a quick profile here on Berjan. He's been doing quite well. A little bit of a different sort of trading he does. 90% winning days in the XFA. His average winner versus losers a little bit inverted, but he makes up for it with the 75% win rate. He is doing a lot of trading. I'm not sure if that's scaling in or otherwise. Trading the NQ and MNQ, which leads me to think that he might be, which expands the number of trades per day. And there we are from Astana, Kazakhstan. Berjan, you are the VIP of VIPs today. You said you've been talking to him, Jay? I'm going to lip sync what Jay was saying there. He's saying Berjan is my
exactly
good friend.
what you've been talking about, Jack. Scaling in and out of trades with the micros, and I think every once in a while there's a mini trade there, and that's why we're seeing so many trades. But a really high win rate, really nice report, and I think as long as you keep the win rate somewhere above 55%, 60%, you're doing really well. So not much to say there. Congrats on paying yourself again, and a really nice balance. Continue going. Not much else to say there. Really good stuff.
Speaking of moving on, thank you, Jay. Good job, Lunatics. We're in the home stretch right now, so I'm going to kick it back to you guys so we can appreciate all there is that's good on this day.
Thank you. Wow, Jack. Estonia. I did not know that.
Talon.
So how does this move catch us? Now think about this one, Jerome. And
did you see this move, Michael?
Is it like since you study the brain? Is it like the herd mentality that we were up there? A lot of people are seeing the same thing. The market then does what it does, gets all those ones out, and then takes it where it wants to go. Is there anything about this? You don't want to be what the majority of traders are thinking, and that's kind of always what I've learned when you're looking at the market. So I don't know what came down, touched it, actually hit our stop. And then went through it 5 more points. Big deal. Pretty much hit our stop. Pivoted on a dime and right back into that position. Into making new highs. Not making new highs, but in the last hour or whatever. What are your thoughts?
Thank you for this question. So what I think is our last trade, for me, it's a textbook trade from my playbook. So my initial stop was at 78.75. The only reason I narrowed my stop is because we lost a trade before, so my buffer was smaller. But if you think about the trade idea with the white stop Coach Jay and I emphasized, if we kept this idea, then we're wrong. We're right still. And look what happened. We had the first 5-minute closure of the S&P 500 above my line 6,023.25. And see what's happening next. We had a small sell, not even a sell-off, but we had a fake out around creating a bottom wick. And then we have a flip and a strong push. And what does price want to do now? It wants to close within the area I called during the trade, right? So if I were alone, my only mistake here would have been to perhaps, and it's not even a mistake for me, it's just about timing, but it's having added perhaps in a precoce way. If I didn't had added my lot, I would have still been in the trade. So the trade is still valid. What we have to understand is that when we push up here, a lot of people are FOMOing the whole move, right?
Yeah.
So to come back to the mental game you're emphasizing, what I'm starting to think, and actually I have to give a big props to you guys and to Rips, because that's how I learned that. I didn't know that a stop was an order. Make fun of me if you want. I'm a doctor, right? I'm not a finance guy or a trader, right? But once I understood that when people get flushed or squeezed, execute an order. Once I got that, I understood that for this whole move, people had stops. And then we have the flush. And everybody's like, oh, you see, that was an obvious short. And perhaps you scalped it, and perhaps you did profit, and you were right. For me, trading is not about being wrong or right? It's about executing at the almost perfect moment. If you'd ask me, what's the one skill you want to be better at 10 years from now, it's execution. You can be right. I mean, there's two directions, right? Up or down. I mean, it depends on your lot size, on the timing you get in, on how much you get in, how you peel out, etc. So, as I said, I identify very well what I'm good at and very bad at. But come back to this example, all these people from this range that shorted, they have their stops most probably around this area, right? Or around this area, because people who shorted this candle, they are late, right? So once we have the push back up, we eat like Pac-Man all these stops, and that's why we push up. And then people exactly, and people like us are waiting for the S&P to close above the 23.25 level. So what did we see? We see a second closure, very important, second closure above the level. And now we have what I like to call a healthy pullback to the 7 EMA. Once we have a solid bounce like that, it's a pullback market has to do. Market doesn't straight up or straight down. See, it has to come back through EMAs. If this candle, so a third consecutive candle, closes above the range, so we have 3 minutes left. No need to say it's not closing. Apparently it's not, but if it closes above, it's very bullish. If it's not, for me, it's a strong rejection leading into perhaps a shorting PM session, because that means we tried to break above. We tried, and we are failing. So, of course, we can still attempt to try, and as long as the S&P doesn't break below the high of its opening range and close below, I'm still bullish. But yeah, mental game, sorry, I diverted from the question, but mental game is very important because, as MP said, I watched the tilt as well, and I've noticed that once the tilt reaches 70, 80% and above, there's a moment everybody's right. I mean, everybody's on the heavy line of the tilt is right, but there's a moment, there's the reversal, and you can clearly see the market eating the stops of these people. And so I'm still trying to calibrate my sort of understanding on how this goes. But I've noticed most of the time, if the tilt stays above like 82%, 80% for more than 5 minutes, a reversal might happen. Because you have the long position and the short people, right? You have people who are long from like the 2180-ish area and people who are long from the 2100, 2120, etc. And so the earlier you take your risk on, the more you get rewarded, right? But the tilt gives us an average price of filling, and this is wonderful. Of course, it's a bias tool because you don't have the quantity and the number of people behind these numbers. If you have 10 individuals, you don't know. But if you have 100,000, you don't know either. So you can assume during the US session, you have a lot of people, and it's a very interesting tool. I've made and saved a lot of money with Tilt. So I think it's
I love the whole music to Michael's ear.
Nice.
Mental indicator. It's a mental
yeah, exactly.
Mass thinks about the market. And see the 5-minute candle of the S&P. I told you we have 3 minutes left. It was a big red candle. We had 3 minutes left, and we are flipping. And it looks like the market wants to accept the price above 23.25. And if it does, well, the rest of the session could, of course, it's conditional, could be bullish.
Absolutely. Jerome, I'm very happy that you're here. Michael, can we bring him back? Is Jerome allowed back?
1,000%. 1,000%.
Oh, baby, you are coming back, Jerome. Awesome. All right, we got 6 seconds left till the VIP form gets taken down. That VIP check-in. Anyways, this is the time of day where we do our appreciation. We're a little overtime because we got a special guest. The trade is vicious. Let's get our appreciations in. Of course, you'll see here, what are you thankful for today? Let us know in the chat. We like to let the chat go first. It's a positive way to end the trading session. So while the chat's doing that, Gabe, if you're there, let's do a little cleanup on percentage of payouts. Gabe, hit them.
Let's do it. So for our top 5 payouts that we showed from yesterday, of the first time payouts, 18.6% of our payouts yesterday. Second time payouts, 13.6%, and third time payouts accounted for 11.2%. Now, just to bring this right back up here real quick, we did have, those were the top 5 payouts, but in terms of total payouts, just to recap,
18% of that.
Just so you have some numbers to work with for math there.
Yeah.
And then let me show the graphic one more time. So 1.2 in total payouts, 563.
Almost 400 new
just
payouts.
To see the graphic. There you go.
Almost 400 first timers.
That's awesome.
Awesome. 400.
Yeah, this is awesome.
I said almost 400 of those 2,100 payouts yesterday were first. Oh, those are 400 new first time payouts yesterday.
Oh, yeah. My bad.
It's okay. I won't hold it against you.
Yeah, you. Thank you.
Anyways, our appreciations. Very good. Let's start off with Eddie. Eddie, please, what are you appreciative for on this Wednesday?
You know, I'm appreciative of my wife, my family under my roof. Of course, also the family we have here under the Topstep roof. I appreciate those people also. Thank you.
Awesome. Awesome, Eddie. Hogue. I'll see you on Power Players next week. Hogue, what are you appreciative for?
Well, as always, I'm appreciative of God, my family, and my country, and I'm appreciative of being a part of this family and having the opportunity to offer the chance for so many people to change their lives, and we are certainly doing that. So that is my appreciation for today.
Thank you, Hogue. And Jay, what are you appreciative for? Coach of Lunatics, VIP Lunatics. What's up, Jay?
Since we have Jerome here, I'm appreciative of anyone who works in the healthcare field, especially Jerome. With you working with neurological diseases, have a grandfather that's dealing with early stage Parkinson's right now. So I love the work that you're doing there. A lot of my family is in healthcare as well, and it's extremely important. Outside of anything that we can have in this world, health is probably the most important. So love to hear the work that you're doing.
Absolutely. And Mr. Jerome, what are you also, Mr. Jerome, can we get a final P&L from you that we can update the board with really quick if you know your P&L?
Oh, DLL, minus 3,000.
Minus 3,000. Very good. Now I'm going to ask you, what are you appreciative for after giving me that news, Jerome? What are you appreciative for on this Wednesday?
always appreciative and grateful to God and for breathing another day, as always. And very appreciative and grateful for being invited today again. And thanks to the chat and all the team for the warm welcome and the love you're showing. And it's been a privilege and an honor to be here with the Wisdom Hogue and our boss, Michael. So it's a big honor for me. I consider myself nobody, and I feel very lucky and grateful to be here. And I look for 5 years later. So this is just the beginning, and the best is yet to come, as I say. So yeah, appreciative for this huge opportunity, life-changing opportunity, and for this community. And thank you, Jay, and for your wishes. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, Michael, how do you top that? What are you appreciative for over there?
I mean, thanks, Jerome. It was awesome being with you today. I appreciate passionate people. We have so many passionate traders on here. You're looking at them all day, and then the ones that are with us, Bell to Bellers, all that too. But passionate doctors, and I'll go back to what Coach Jay was saying, those that give back, that are passionate about it, those are the ones that are actually paying it forward, so to speak, in what they do day to day. We don't really pay it forward in what we do day to day unless you're cleaning house and donating it. So thank you for being a passionate doctor, Jerome, and thank you for being on here and being a passionate trader, and hell of a job getting to big board. I think it's 16. That is hell of an impressive performance.
Thank you very much, guys. And I am appreciative for how cool is this, just how global we've become. We got people from all corners of the earth. We got Lyon, France. We got New York. We got Snowmass, Colorado. I mean, we have Mohammed in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. This is just so cool. When Anne-Marie's in Finland. I mean, this is just so cool how global we are. We're just one big family now that we've turned into. We're all here to do the same thing that we're passionate about, is trade. We love it. So that being said, we got power players coming up on the other side of this, a little old school edition, right? So this, we got Hogue, we got myself. Who else we got? Oh, Coach Paul and Dolby Time. We're going to keep this one in-house, keep it old school. Power players coming up next. This is Topstep TV. Let's go.
Why Topstep? Because traders shouldn't have to risk everything to participate in the markets. And since 2012, we've provided capital to over 10,000 futures traders just like you. From the pits in Chicago to screens in over 143 countries, we've been motivated by one simple idea. We don't care who you are or where you learn to trade. If you pass Topstep's trading evaluation, you'll be invited to trade with our capital in a fully funded account. As a Topstep funded trader, you keep 90% of profits and we take the losses. We also offer educational resources for all levels, live classes, and free group coaching from a team with over a century of professional trading experience. We're invested in your success.
Order filled.
So what are you waiting for? Ditch the brokerage account, start learning by doing, and become a Topstep funded trader today.